do you think like some league as like financially secure as the Premier League would also have a version of it?
Look, we already know it's had. I mean, Bruce Grobbelaar was famously put on trial in the late 1990s for fixing games. In my opinion, he was never convicted because the juries in England were just so starstruck. They were like, oh my gosh, here's this amazing footballer, and they wouldn't convict him. But the evidence against him and the evidence that eventually the House of Lords looked at and just said, this is a joke. Like, it's clear this guy was fixing games. So we've already got cases in the Premier League. I think what you're talking about is whether they pay the players so much that they're not likely to fix. And I think you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I think that is the number one defense of many of these leagues, is if you pay your players properly. So again, I want to keep my credibility. I don't want to say it's a major problem in the English Premier League. It's certainly a problem in Italy. It's certainly a problem in Spain. We have number of really prominent ex-Real Madrid, ex-Barcelona players fixing games, not for Real Madrid or Barcelona, but in the Spanish top league, La Liga. The English Premier League, I think, is protected, and I think it's more protected now because of the work of people like Arsene Wenger, who have internationalized the English Premier League. I don't think the English Premier League is particularly English anymore. I think it's more like an international league. The managers, the coaches, the owners, the players are from all over the world. But 20 years ago, when it was English, they had a significant problem of gambling, which still exists with many of their top English players. English players are susceptible to approaches because there's so many of them are addicted to gambling. Sterling, the former Liverpool player, was talking about how when he played for England, they had poker games going on, and some of the guys were in debt to 300,000 English pounds. That's how bad the gambling was. Wayne Rooney had an issue with gambling. And I'm not suggesting that Sterling or Wayne Rooney fix games, but I'm saying when you have that level of gambling, somewhere, somehow, there's going to be some problems.
Player-wise, it would have to be Steven Gerrard, just because, again, before he became a journalist, he was someone I just admired massively in terms of the absolute complete footballer. I think if you were trying to make a footballer in a factory, it would be Steven Gerrard, someone who, I think JB Carragher summed it up best once when he said, Steven Gerrard's biggest strength is he doesn't have any weaknesses.
The stadium. I don't see really need to do that, mainly such a big spending. But it's true that it would be a fantastic stadium. That's not bad, but you have to be careful. And mainly at this moment when we are going to face a very difficult time.